even the top flight boxing news. So if you're a Who Dat and you're looking for a place to stay up on your team, WhoDatDaily.com is your site. The WhoDatDaily.com for the sport Who Dat in all of us. HomeBistro.com. Freshly prepared, home delivered, restaurant quality gourmet meals delivered straight to your home. Choose from over 50 plus gourmet meal options cooked by world class chefs and delivered frozen, ready to eat within minutes and no commitment. Welcome to the one shop gourmet food delivery, specializing affordable options to eat right and feel great. 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Every ingredient is handpicked to the highest standard. And why you should buy from HomeBistro.com? Restaurant quality made with natural ingredients delivered right to your door. Overnight shopping is available. Diabetic, paleo, heart health, and vegetarian options to eat. Doing business since 1999. Courteous, knowledgeable, and professional support. Complete PCI compliant SSL security ordering and great meals. Choose from some of my favorite dishes: the Mediterranean chicken with orange honey sauce, the charbroiled chicken romesco, or the grilled chicken breast with sweet and spicy vegetables. No matter what you choose, you can't lose with HomeBistro.com. Eat great, feel good, and save some money with HomeBistro.com. Hit the link in the description section below for more information.
Yeah. Well, all right. Like you always say, welcome, welcome, welcome. Number one sports talking D. We ain't like the Falcons. We won't blow the lead. Look, all we talk is who that, who got cut and who back. Rookies in the vets, players you should look at. It's the sports coma, you don't wanna miss it. Got the pre-game, party, post-game statistics. Get a visit from Sway, maybe DC or 5. It's the hottest thing smoking, Big Q and the guys. Go to YouTube Live, make sure you subscribe. Interviews inside the Saints locker room high. Talk to Drew, Jordan, Zach, Peyton, New Orleans, Who Dat Nation. Best believe when I say we bleed gold and black. Ain't a miracle or rivalry could ever hold us back. No, Beastquake, Bounty Gate, let the truth be told. It's the sports coma, all we know is say Super Bowl. Yeah.
You're listening to the Sports Coma with Big Q and the guys on the PRO Media Network.
Who Dat to the black and gold family, man. We in this thing Thursday. It's going down. TSC, we in the building. Much love to the Great Saint Think Tank. We in the building. Big ups to the fam. Appreciate y'all joining us in this episode of the Coma. Much love indeed. All right, fam. Like we've been saying for some time now, welcome, welcome, welcome. You're now rocking with the Sports Coma with Big Q and the guys, where we have intense, entertaining, educating, and enlightening sport talk from your favorite sports family. I'm Big Q, your host, and we got a special guest in the building. Louie T is in the building from the Louie T Network, representing the Washington football team. Much love to Louie in the building. Of course, you remember last week we did the preview stream of the Saints and Washington football team matchup. It was a fantastic game, man. I had fun doing the watch party for the game. It was a fun game to watch. I was on there. Hey, Louis, I was on there. I needed some oxygen, bro. I was calling for them to have the defibrillators ready. Yeah. It was a really exciting game. One of the best games of the season of action. I got to give it that. So with that being said, man, we welcome Louis to the stream. Louis, how you doing today, my brother? And welcome back.
I've been better, man. I've been better. Obviously, would have been a lot better had we found a way to come out with the victory. But here we are at 2-3, trying to find a way back to 500. And it was a tough, bitter pill to swallow. But you guys found a way to get it done, and we didn't. So it was really disappointing, to say the least.
Well, Lou, I'm not gonna rub it in, bro. I ain't gonna do that, bro, because when Fitz did that to us last week when the Giants, he came back up in here, and boy, did he cut up. Yeah. He talked a lot of stuff, but it's okay. You know what I'm saying? If you can give it, you can take it, and that's how it is. But listen, fam, like I said, it was a fantastic game. Let me get your thoughts on the matchup. What you thought about the Saints' performance and how the football team responded and how they played, bro.
So it was so frustrating to watch this game unfold because everything that we talked about last week on this show literally came to fruition. I said, look, we got to force Jameis Winston to beat us. We gotta slow down Alvin Kamara in the run game. Well, we did that. Kamara did get the 23-yard touchdown run, but for the most part, the run game was not a big factor in the outcome of this football game. It literally was a couple of big plays and Jameis making some good decisions, but guys were open. It's not like he made some tight window throws. Jameis Winston completed at 50% in this game. It was 15 of 30. Like, he wasn't good in this game. He had 2 turnovers in the first quarter. Like, I think the most disappointing part of the game really was when we looked up at halftime, we had dominated the game. Yet we're down by a touchdown. The Hail Mary took everything out of ourselves. As a fan, I'm watching the game with the Mob Squad. And at halftime, I told them, I said, after that Hail Mary, I don't even want to watch the rest of the damn game. Like, that's how deflating that Hail Mary was at the end of the first half. And, even if you guys didn't catch that Hail Mary and it's 13-13, we dominated the first half. We didn't play well. We dominated. It was 2-1 time of possession. We outgained you in the first half. Everything was in our favor. And yet the score's tied. And that wasn't a good omen. And I thought what you guys were able to do after the turnovers was huge. And shit, we wouldn't have got anything off of the fumble if Carl Granderson didn't try to deplete our damn kicker. He should have blocked the kick. I don't know how he didn't block it to begin with. Should have been blocked and going the other way, but he spared the football and he didn't spare the kicker. And I appreciate him for that. We wouldn't have got anything out of that. So you get an interception, you get a field goal out of that, and you get a fumble, you're in Saints territory, you get nothing out of that. We actually go backwards 13 yards. Okay? We go backwards 13 yards, and then Carl Granderson gives us a gift, and we finally get something out of it. So, it was so frustrating to watch that first half, because you guys gave us everything we wanted. We said we got to start quick. Well, damn, can't get any better than the pick on the first possession of the game. And then we got a wide open receiver on that ensuing offensive possession on third down. And he throw the shit over his head by 5 yards. And so you got to settle for a field goal. They're like, what are you doing, man? And that was like a sign of things to come for the game. Like, Heineke was not on his game. And after the game, I said to the fan base, because a lot of people were, pounding and piling on the defense like always. And I said, look, the defense wasn't great. It was their best performance of the season, which is a shame because we still gave up 33 points. But I said, Taylor Heineke is the number one reason we lost this game. I went back and I didn't want to watch it again, but I went back and watched the damn game again. I just watched it again last night. And I'm watching the game and I'm watching him miss opportunities in the red zone. We got a wide open receiver right in zone coverage, standing right at the goal line, literally a yard behind the goal line in the end zone. A good quarterback zings it in there, touchdown. Instead, he's forcing it to the damn tight end. Why would you be throwing to the tight end who has Marshawn Lattimore on him? What sense does that? Where's the psychological sense in that? You need to wash your face and get your mind right. What are you doing? You got receivers standing right there, wide ass open. Then there's another opportunity for a touchdown. He forces it to the tight end again. He gets mollywopped by 2 defenders, like he's squeezing it into this small, tight window. And you got a guy running a whip route on the other side, wide open, that walks into the end zone. And I'm just like, he's not seeing the field. He's not making smart decisions. So where the game was lost for us was in the red zone. We were 2 of 5 in the red zone, and you could argue 2 of 6 because that first possession that I referenced, we didn't quite make it into the red zone. But he missed a dude that would have put us inside the 10-yard line. And I talk about this every week, keys to the game and things you have to do. And one of those things is, one of my sayings, one of my mantras is, field goals don't win games, touchdowns do. All right. You're not going to win games kicking field goals in this league. And y'all were 2 of 2 in the red zone. We were 2 of 5 in the red zone. And one of those 2 of 5 was a damn interception. So you didn't even get any points out of that one. It's one thing when you go 2 of 5 and you kick 3 field goals. We went 2 of 5, and one of those times we didn't even get any points out of it. So it was just maddening because we moved the ball all day. Offensively, we had possessions that we moved the football. We got aggressive when we got down 11. We went for it on like 4th and 18 and we got it. But for the most part, we moved the ball successfully. And then you got to give your punter some credit, man. Gillikin, God damn it, Gillikin. Take your ass back to the island somewhere. You know, kicking this shit inside the damn 5 the whole goddamn on game, especially in the second half. He's killing us. I thought that punt right before the half that forced us to try to just get out of the end zone, with set up the damn Hail Mary. I thought that was one of the turning plays of the game because we had the momentum right there. We had just scored. We got to stop. We're going to get the ball back with 2 minutes left, 2 timeouts. We're in the driver's seat. We're going to get some more points because we're moving the ball. And then when we got stuck at the 2 or the 1 and we got really conservative, that was the beginning of the end. And then we know the Hail Mary followed that. So it was so frustrating because the defense actually gave us a chance to win this game and the offense didn't show up.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to be honest with you, Louie, with that, man. It was a roller coaster of emotion watching the game, man. But I'm going to be honest with you. And I told you about the Saints defense. I told you the defense. Now you had several plays where y'all were marching the score, but the defense remember that long ass drive y'all had when y'all was marching the ball really well, and then all y'all got was 3 out of that.
It's always something that happened, right, in all these possessions. Yeah. So the one you're referencing, we ran it literally down your throat. We got creative. We had jet sweeps, and that
was the best drive I want to say.
It was just run after run. It was different dudes. We even got the young fella, Jared Patterson, in there. He had a nice little 9-yard run. Yep. Everybody was getting something. And we get down to the 7-yard line on 1st and goal. We give it to Gibson. He gets a gain of 3. We get to the 4-yard line. And the second down play was what killed us. So we go to run a little trap where we bring the tight end across the formation to sift block. And he smacks into the running back, Antonio Gibson, knocks him backwards, end up losing 3 yards. And then that killed the drive. But then even then, and that's one of the plays we talked about before the show, 3rd down and goal. Mm-hmm. He tries to force it to the tight end in double coverage, and you got Humphreys running a whip route on the backside against Paulson and Debo for a touchdown.
Yep.
And he
didn't see it.
He didn't see it. And he was so fixated on getting the football to our tight end for some reason. I don't know. That he really wanted to force it to Ricky Seals-Jones, where other guys were working and open, and he just was fixated on 83 for some reason, and I can't explain it.
McLaurin, man, is a fantastic young wide receiver.
That was a fun matchup.
It was.
And Lattimore, and I thought Lattimore did some really good things. One thing I knew Terry wasn't going to be able to do on him was get deep. Marshawn does a great job of staying in phase. And then one of my pet peeves, and I always say, I can't rock with you as a corner. I call it one of my prerequisites for being a good corner is you got to look back. So I call it, I say the 3 Ps. All right. It's the 3 L's, excuse me. Look, locate, and then it's LLC is what I call it. LLC. Are you an LLCer? Okay. When I'm studying guys for the draft coming into the league, are you an LLCer? Look, locate, and contest, right?
Yes.
So first thing you got to do is be able to look back, because you can't defend the ball if you don't know where the hell it's at. Then you're just playing the receiver, right?
Right.
So you got to look back to see where the ball is. Then you got to locate the ball, because a lot of dudes are scared to look back because they think if they look back,
they're gonna get
the ball's gonna go over their head.
Yep.
They're gonna look back too late. Now the ball's gone and they don't know what the hell's going on. So you got to look, then locate the ball, then you can test it. Pick it off, knock it away. And he had a beautiful knock away late in the game on a deep ball where he looks back, finds the ball, swats it away.
Yep.
I knew Terry wasn't going to be able to get deep on him. But what Terry did do a good job of was getting across the field diagonally. So we did a lot of deep over routes. And Terry had a step on him several times, and Heineke was late.
Couldn't find him.
He was late, and he was behind him.
Mm-hmm.
And Marshawn
couldn't locate him,
behind him
put it to him
enough to where if you were just a hair off, he's gonna knock it away. But if he would have put it out in front of him, he would have had a completion. And so Terry had 11 targets in the game and only 4 catches. I think it should have been more like 7 catches out of 11 targets. but because Heineke was late, oftentimes there was another play where Marcus Williams comes over the top, a deep ball down on the right sideline, late as hell. Terry's wide ass open. That's the second time he's done that this season.
I've seen that.
He did it earlier in the game against the Falcons, and he did it again this week, where you're like, dude, cut it loose. Terry's open right on the sideline. He let Marcus Williams come from goddamn Kingdom Come and almost pick the damn ball off. You know, so Heineke was constantly late. He was constantly inaccurate with the football. And I got to give y'all credit, man. Y'all took advantage of opportunities. I've always said, look, you can have what you want from 20 to 20. But when you get in the red zone, that's when you got to stiffen up. Yes, sir. Yep. Yes, sir. That's when you got to stiffen up. And that's when you make your money. You know what I mean? If you can keep teams out of the end zone, you'll win a lot of games in this league. And that's what y'all did to us, essentially. You let us have what we wanted between the 20s, but when we got into the red zone, that's when y'all stiffened up and made plays. So, and honestly, if we keeping it a buck, I didn't think that was pass interference on Marshawn Lattimore. That's how we scored our second touchdown. I thought that was a bogus call, to be honest with you.
Well, Lou, you real, bro.
So
you real.
I mean, at the end of the day, I thought y'all were phenomenal in the red zone. And there were opportunities there. Let me say that there were opportunities there for plays to be made, but we didn't make them, and y'all did. So I got to give my hats off to you guys.
Well, Louie, I appreciate you keeping it real, bro, on the call and everything you're saying, man. I just knew I thought the game plan was to ruffle the feathers of Taylor Heineke. Mm-hmm. You know, I was yelling on the watch stream, the watch party, spill that beer. Spill that beer. Spill that beer. And the Saints we only sacked him, I think, twice in the matchup, but the Saints was able to ruffle his feathers, move him around. And I seen what Riverboat Ryan was trying to do. He was trying to roll him out, just give him opportunity to make throws on the run there. Yeah. And he had some success with that, but it just I think the Saints defense gave him some looks. We were able to keep him uncomfortable and unbalanced, and it showed. His confidence, he just simply didn't have the confidence in the game to do anything with it. But the Washington football team's defense, despite, you know, he did to a point, we lost Taysom with the hit on by what's his name?
William Jackson III.
William Jackson III. Mm-hmm. Now that was a dirty hit, in my opinion. Lou, what you think about that?
So he
tried. You heard his response about that, by the way. Did you?
After the game, he talked about. Now I didn't hear anything from the Saints end. From him. So he's talking about he was going after the ball. He wasn't going after the damn ball. What are you? Stop lying. What are you talking about? He wasn't going after the ball. So I don't know if I thought it was dirty as much as I'm like, dude, he wasn't going to catch the ball. You didn't need to do that. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It wasn't malicious. I don't think the intent was malicious, but you didn't need to do it at all. And then, you know, he kills me because he's one of those dudes that every time he does something, he's incredulous. Oh my God, you calling this on me? You damn right we calling it on you. You had no business hitting that man. He was definitely defenseless. The ball is already gone. What are you doing?
Gone. Right.
You know, and that's why I couldn't get with the whole excuse of, I was going after the ball. You weren't even close to the ball, bro. What are you talking about? So, I wasn't buying what he was selling, man. And I hated the fact that Taysom got hurt like that. You never want to see a guy go down like that. And that was really unfortunate. And, you know, also with Deontay going down as well, I was like, shit, we got a chance, man. I mean, that's to me, they're two best offensive weapons. Obviously, they still got Marquez Callaway, and he hurt us on the damn Hail Mary, and then the final dagger on the touchdown.
2 touchdowns in the day, yeah.
You know, but I said, look, if you tell me before the game started that Taysom Hill and Deontay Harris weren't going to be factors and be gone by the first quarter, sign me up. How the hell do we not win this game? So that was really frustrating. You know, really was.
Yeah, it's like I said, it was a fun game to watch, man. Jameis did turn the ball over twice in the game, but didn't come back with the 4 touchdown passes. I think Coach Payton and Jameis kind of built some trust with each other, because that was a rough environment to go up there to Washington and take them on in their own building, regardless of not a record wise or not. It's always a difficult outing when you have to go to another team's facility to try to beat them up there. And the Saints were able to go up there and get a quality win by double digits. So I mean, that was pretty good after the letdown we had against the Giants. We needed some redemption some kind of way. They need to make it right, and they did that. But yeah, you're absolutely right. Jameis did turn it over, but I like the fact that he stayed in the game. He did what he had to do. Elvin didn't have a big time Elvin Kamara-esque game, but he was able to get a rushing touchdown and a receiving touchdown, the impact. And that's the versatility of the Saints offense, is that you could take guys. Elvin impacts you, whether it's in the pass or the run. You have a Taysom Hill that goes out, a Deontay Harris that goes up, Marquez Callaway to the rescue. You got other guys that'll step up, even Troutman.
He had a big catch. He had a big catch on that fourth down, fourth quarter possession that really put the game away. Little sneaky Sean Payton play there, and that's just undisciplined, and that's what our defense has been. I went back and watched the game yesterday, and the linebacker Cole Holcomb sees him cross his face. He knows that's his guy, but he's eyeballing Jameis for whatever reason. Realizes, oh shit, that's my guy.
At the last moment, it was too late.
Now. He's already up the field, and Jameis put it right on the money. So it's just undisciplined. We're just an undisciplined football team. On the touchdown on the 72-yard to Deontay Harris, we're trying to disguise coverage. Just get your ass back. Like, first of all, Landon, you're not a 4-4 dude, so I don't need you trying to be special to try to confuse Jameis. It's 3rd and 7. Just get your ass back. Get back. And he claims they quick snapped us, whatever. Even if he would have gotten back, I still think Deontay would have smoked him anyway. But that's nor here nor there. I mean, the bottom line is right now we're not a disciplined defense, especially on the back. And I actually thought our rush was really good. This was the best game in terms of getting after the quarterback that we had. Jameis got away a couple of times, made some really good moves with his mobility in the pocket to save himself from being sacked a couple more times. The very first play of the game, your guard, if he doesn't get pushed back a little bit, Chase Young trips over his leg. Chase is going straight for the sack. The pressure was good. He almost had Ioannidis almost had a safety. James, I was hoping that there wasn't an eligible receiver anywhere in the vicinity. Alvin Kamara just happened to be standing there. I'm like, almost had that would have been a huge play if we could have got a safety right there. So, the pressure I thought was really good throughout. Deron Payne had a sack. Obviously, Chase Young forced the fumble. Ioannidis, I want to say it was on the interception. The reason Jameis threw it is because he got his foot stepped on by his guard.
That's right.
And obviously his guard got dump trucked into his lap, and that's what happened. So
that's what happened.
The fact of the matter is that we got pressure on Jameis consistently. I mean, that's part of the reason he was 15 to 30. He missed some throws too. I mean, I remember early in the game, he had Kenny Stills wide open. He overthrew it by like 7 yards over his head. And, I thought Kamara could have caught that ball, but it wasn't a perfect throw, when he had Cole Holcomb up that right sideline. Normally Kamara catches that, but that wasn't a perfect throw. He throws that in stride, and that's a touchdown.
Yep.
So
because he was ahead of that guy.
He had Cole Holcomb by 2 steps.
Yeah.
So he catches that. He's not catching them down that sideline. So there were opportunities missed by Jameis in the game, but I thought the pressure overall was good. There was another play, even though it wouldn't have counted. You guys were called for holding, but he scrambles up, up the field a little bit. He's got a wide open. I want to say it was Kenny Stills again. Wide open. No. It was Hogan. Wide open on that left sideline. And he could have ran for the first down. It was 3rd and 7. And after the play was over, he went over to the sideline, and Sean Payton let him have it.
Oh, yeah.
He gave it to him.
Yep.
I don't know what he was saying. I don't know if he told him you should have just ran or you can't miss that throw or whatever. But he was giving him work on that sideline. So, again, Jameis Winston is still Jameis Winston. Like, I hate to burst your bubble, Saints fans. It's only so much you're going to be able to do with Jameis Winston at quarterback, because Jameis giveth, Jameis taketh away. And I'm telling you right now,
Lou, come on, Lou. You ain't being fair to Lou. You ain't being fair to Jameis.
Jameis Winston, bro.
No, he not, Lou.
Yes, he is.
Bro, you ain't being fair to Jameis. Come on, Lou.
I'm telling you, Q. The man went 15 or 30. 50% completion percentage, Q. And
you're
a lot of these throws, they were throws there to be made. Guys were open.
You're right.
It's not like all of these were under duress throws. I said this to you last week. I said, you give Jameis an opportunity to hit the deep ball, he's not going to miss. He didn't miss.
No, he didn't.
But I said,
that's his forte.
That's his thing.
Yeah.
And if you give Jameis time in the pocket, he stands tall, he can deliver the ball, but you're going to get some erratic throws. You're going to get some misses, and you're going to get some mistakes. And we got a couple of mistakes, and we were close to getting a couple more. I just wanted one more, and that safety could have been it. But we just couldn't get that one. And our third down defense had been terrible. We were excellent, 37% in the game. And that's not even great, but by our standards, That's a hell of a day. We were giving it up at like a 70% clip.
Damn.
The Falcons the week before went 10 of 16.
Oh, damn.
So I mean, we've been getting killed on third downs, and you guys went like 5 of 14. I mean, I couldn't have asked for more out of the defense outside of the big plays obviously giving up, but they gave us a chance. We should have been up by double digits in the first half with the mistakes made, and we drove the ball. Really think about it, how the game started. First possession, interception, right?
Yeah.
Great field position. I've been crying about field position all year because we haven't forced turnovers. Yep. So I've been crying about, can the defense, even if you just force a punt deep in their own territory, it'll give us great field position starting with.
Right.
And so first possession, and I told you this too, Q. I said, look, every game we've given up points on the opening possession. The Falcons game last week was the first game we didn't give up a touchdown. We only gave them a field goal. We've given up points on the opening possession of every game. So to get the interception on the opening possession and to start in Saints territory, to start in plus territory, who are these masked men out here? Who are these guys? What am I watching right now? So I'm excited because I'm thinking, okay, we got a shot here. And to see Heineke miss an open, DeAndre Carter right inside the 10-yard line, that's frustrating. Got settled for a field goal. 3rd and 7. So we get the ball. Y'all get the ball. 3rd and 7. We got a chance to get off the field and give him a 72-yard touchdown. What? Okay. 7-3. Like
strike him.
What the hell? Okay. So we get the ball back, and we literally drive the ball. I'm trying to think. Did we punt that next possession or did we drive it? I think that was the possession. We drove it down the field, and he threw the interception. I think was that the interception or did we punt on that next possession?
Yep.
No. We got a field goal on that. So what happened was we punted on that next possession. You guys got the ball, and then Jameis fumbled.
Yeah, he knocked it out of his hand. Yeah.
Right. So he fumbled, and then we got the football in plus territory again, and then we went backwards. We had a holding penalty. Yep. Heineke got sacked, and then before you know, it was like 2nd and 27. I was like, oh, shit, this drive's over. So obviously the drive was over, and then we get the Granderson roughing the kicker.
Mm-hmm. Then y'all scored on that drive.
Scored a touchdown on that possession. So as a matter of fact, the second possession, we drove it down the field, and we got a field goal because it was 7-6. That touchdown gave us the lead at 13-7. And then y'all came back, scored the touchdown with Kamara, and then missed the extra point. So, but
by the way, that guy's not here anymore. By the way,
I would assume he's not there. He missed 2 extra points. I mean,
he's gone.
He could have easily cost y'all the game because even I'm warped. My brain doesn't function correctly. When we're down in games late, I'm calculating how we can get back in the game, even if it's 4 minutes left and we down 2 scores. So when he missed that extra point, I'm like, shit, it's 11. We get a quick score, and if you recall that first play, we get a 35-yard completion, catch a run down the sideline. I'm like, hey, we get this bad boy in here in the next minute or so. We get a stop. We still out all the timeouts. We get this ball back. We can tie this thing up, get a 2-point conversion, kick a field goal. We back in this baby. So, my brain don't work right, man. Q, don't laugh at me. Don't laugh. My brain don't.
I'm with you, bro. No, I'm with you, bro. Because you be like, you trying to. We got to make this happen by any way.
By any means necessary.
Right.
Like the brother Malcolm said, by any means necessary. I'm calculating. So when he missed that extra point, he makes it. You up 12. It's over. We don't have enough time to get the football and score 2 touchdowns. It's done. He missed that extra point. Like, hey, it's 11, 33-22. We got a shot. No, we don't. But at least in my mind, we did. So, yeah, he needed to go. So it's frustrating because we scored a field goal. We scored another field goal. Then we scored a touchdown. Then we get down there again at 13-13, and he throws the stupid-ass interception.
I know.
So we had been moving it all first half, and we just didn't finish drives. That was the reason that game was tied at 13 going into that Hail Mary, and that was frustrating. Because in my mind, I said, when we forced that punt, that last punt, and then Gilligan pinned us at the 1, that's one of the most beautiful punts I've ever seen in my life.
Yep.
That thing hit and trickled all the way out of bounds at the 1 yard line. You can't do it any better than that.
Nope.
I was fussing at our punt returner because he should have caught it. I felt like because Gilligan kicked the shit from the 30-yard line. So he outkicked his coverage technically.
Yes.
And if you go catch it at the 5, he had 15 yards. I went back and watched. He had 15 yards of space before the next defender, Saints defender, was even in the picture. Go catch the ball and get that shit to the 13, 15, whatever the case may be. And we would have had a drive. But he's thinking, because you're coached. You put your heels on the 10-yard line. If the shit go over your head, you let it go. Right.
Right. So
he technically did the right thing. But, I kept cussing him out, though, because after the first one, I'm not letting that shit hit again. You got me. Okay, you got me. I'm not letting it hit again. He let the second one hit.
I think that was kind of a punt blitzkrieg going on right there, Louie. I mean, he was punting that was an outwardly punting exhibition by Gilligan, man.
I gotta get him
that was special,
credit, man.
That was special.
And then he let another one hit at the 9. I'm like, okay, bro, you tripping now. And that one died and they stopped it at like the 3. And I'm like, bro, just catch the damn fair catch it then. Forget it. If you scared, you're gonna get just fair catch it then. But you see what this dude is on. You see what it is. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. It ain't gonna be no third time. He let it be 3 times, man. Like, come on, bro.
Is Carter? What is Carter? Is he a rookie, bro? Is he a rookie?
No. He's been in the league 6 years.
Really?
That's his first. So this is his first real opportunity. He's had chances with the Texans and he was with the 49ers before, but this is his real first opportunity in the league to like actually have a role on a team where he scored his first touchdown against the Falcons 2 weeks ago. So he's been in the league since 2015 though.
Damn, I figured he'd have done a better job of filling those punts. But then again, like I said, Blake Gilligan was punting the absolute hell out of the ball, man.
He was man.
I thought Tommy Morstead went he found Rachel Goose somewhere and took a jump in the Leviathan pit and came back, bro, reborn. Bro, he was punting the hell out that ball.
Yeah, he was. Man. I got to give him credit, man. I was like, Lord, who is this guy? Send his ass back to Gilligan Island, man. That's what we were saying in the mob squad. Like, send his ass off to Gilligan Island somewhere. Where's Skipper at? Come get his ass and get him the hell out of here. Shit.
But yeah, Luke, man, listen, man, that was fan. But hey, listen, it was still a fantastic game. I know you saying not so much for you guys, but bro, but listen, it was still in play until the Saints had to put that game over with. They had to get that game over with because it was reminiscent of what happened with the Giants when we were up by 11 and then collapsed in the fourth. The Saints said, no, this is not going to happen. They were able to get that touchdown late to kind of slam the door on Washington right there. So, I mean, listen, it was a game in which you're right. You look at the statistics. I'll be honest with you, Lou. You look at the statistics, man. You would have swear up and down, man. Look at your time of possession. Almost 37 minutes of time possession. Y'all ran for 130 something yards.
Yes.
I'm like, man, you look at the statistics, bro.
We dominated the first half. A lot of that came in the first half. We literally dominated the first half of this game. When you talk about time of possession, it wasn't really the second half where we dominated. It was the first half. We were killing y'all in the first half, and we had nothing to show for it. As a matter of fact, we were down 7. And that's the gut punch, is when even if it was tied, I would have felt some type of way about the first half. If you don't get the Hail Mary, I still feel some type of way about the first half because we dominated the first half. We forced 2 turnovers, and you possessed the football. You moved it every single possession. I don't think we punted once in the first half. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think we moved it just about every single possession in the first half. Again, you get the fumble, you get a field goal out of it. Should have been a touchdown. Get a field goal out of that. The second possession, you drive it down, you get another field goal. It stalls out again. The third possession, you get the fumble. And you shouldn't have got anything out of that. Obviously, we should have punted and Granderson helped us out, and then we get the touchdown. Then the fourth possession, you drive all the way down and you throw a damn interception at the 2-yard line. Like, we moved the football with a relative ease and dominated the first half, and we had nothing to show for it. And that, to me, was where this game ultimately was lost. The Hail Mary, that hurt. But even if you don't get the Hail Mary and we go into halftime, it's 13-all, you still say, what the hell what did I just watch? I just watched total domination and the score's tied? Let alone losing by a touchdown? Are you serious? So I felt that was the first game this season. And I think the reason why that loss really hurt us as fans is that was the first game this season where we actually were dominating. And because a lot of these games, we either been playing catch up because we started slow in just about every game. So we either playing catch up or we going tit for tat, and we just trying to keep our head above water. Mm-hmm. This was the first game where we actually played well enough to be out ahead and having somebody try to chase us down, and we still had nothing to show for it. And that's kind of the season it's been for us right now, anyway. Though, when we do play well, it's either trying to come back from being down early, or you don't take full advantage of the opportunities that are being presented to you.
Yeah, I think, like I said, I watched the game. I thought that the Saints defense, my goodness, the Saints defense, even though, like I said, there was some drives where Washington was able to move the ball, but the Saints didn't let them get in the end zone. Mm-hmm. And then it was really tough possessions because the Saints, they'll be moving, Washington moving the ball, Louie, and then the Saints would get an interception and close the door. And it was like one of those slap the hell out of your moments, like, I'm doing good, and then pop, wake up, come on back to reality. I mean, it was pretty intriguing, but man, Heineke bust that bottle. They came with it, man, and he was done in that game, bro. I was like, man, I was looking at that quarterback. I said, that guy there, he ain't gonna will nobody do a damn thing. His body language, they was only trailing by a handful of points. Right. His body language, his head was in his chest. Yeah, he had head on the hips, pouting and shit. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, at the end of the day, man, it was still a very fun game to watch, and the Saints still had to close the door at the very end of the game to stop any prospects of Washington trying to do it. But, man, like I said, but spanning ahead from your vantage point, bro, you got the Chiefs coming in this week here. So, the Chiefs coming off a loss, Louie. Mm-hmm. I'm going to say Washington football team gets a win against the Chiefs.
Bless your heart, Q. Bless your soul. Bless your entire being. Okay. I wish I could agree with you, man.
Bro, listen. Hey, Louie, I only don't well wish you when you play me.
No, look, man. Bless.
But I will wish you on that.
Hey, look, man. Bless your entire being, man. I really do truly mean that. I hope the aura around you is protected at all times. We ain't winning this game, bro. I'm gonna keep it a buck. It's some change with you. We ain't winning this game because our defense, even though it played better, and I still find it hard to even fix my lips to say this. We played our best game of the season defensively. We gave up 33 points. We got 33 points, Q. Like, I mean, what you want me to do with that? That was with Jameis Winston, Marquez Callaway, and a bunch of cast-offs. Like, you didn't have Traquan Smith. Obviously, you haven't had Michael Thomas all season. You ain't have Taysom Hill for most of the game. You ain't have Deontay Harris. You ain't had nobody. You had Kenny Stills, who you pulled off the practice squad like 2 weeks ago. That was your squad, and you scored 33 points, man. Like, what am I supposed to do with that? You think I'm gonna stop Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, Mecole Hardman, Patrick Mahomes, and company from putting up 40? And you scored 30 with that group? Come on, man. Come on, Q, man.
Bro, any given Sunday, Louie.
Any given Sunday, not this one, though. not this one. Not this one. Maybe next Sunday.
No.
Maybe next Sunday. Not this one.
Them people, listen, Lou. Them people not playing a Super Bowl style football. You can get a win on them, bro. Come on.
But
they lost this past week, bro.
But do we look like Buffalo to you? You just played us. Do we look like the Buffalo Bills to you?
I'm saying, but
do we look like we got Josh Allen at quarterback? Do we look like we got Josh Allen?
Hey, no,
like we got the Buffalo
Bills. You got the beer man as the quarterback, but I'm saying, but the beer man, bro, listen, he was pissed about that about his performance in that. He was very pissed
in the game. I don't know if you it was him, and I think I want to say it was PJ Williams tackled him on one play, and I think PJ said something to him as he was getting up. And he got in PJ face, and PJ's like, "Man, get out my face, man. I ain't even going there with you." It might have been PJ, it might have been Marcus Williams. I don't know which one it was, but he scrambled on the play inside the red zone, and he got hit because he slides now, right? But then he was pissed. He had thrown 2 interceptions, and we down double figures now, so he was pissed now. So he wasn't sliding, so he spun, and then he ran into a dude and got hit. And he got up and he was jawing. Yeah, he was pissed. He even said it at his press conference yesterday. He said, I'm still mad about that game. You're damn right you should be. We lost the game because of your ass. So I talked about Jameis being 50%. His ass was under 50%. He was 20 of 41, okay? So he was even worse than Jameis. And Jameis didn't throw 2 picks. He threw 1. You threw 2. And Jameis had 4 touchdown passes. You had 0. So, yeah, you should be pissed off.
Bro, I still say, Lou, I got to give it to him, bro. I mean, that because listen, bro, them type of losses, they usually do one or two things. You're gonna either tank and further down in the dirt, or it's gonna galvanize the team so they can start doing it's one or two things. Go ahead, Lou.
No. I'm raising my hand because the first thing you said, that's us. That's us. Okay. We had to beat you. I said this. All right. If we do not beat the Saints, we have a problem. Okay. This is not optional.
That's not a compliment, Lou.
Exactly. That's the state of where y'all was at. Y'all were limping into the bye week. Y'all was like, look, let's just, I don't want nobody else to get hurt. If we lose this game, fine. Just let me get in there with what I got. And we gave y'all more than y'all bargained for. Y'all was like, look, we done lost Taysom. We lost Deontay. I don't want nobody else to go down. If we lose this game, okay, just let me get to the bye week and get all these dudes back, and we'll make a run. Not only did nobody else get hurt, y'all got to win. Y'all feeling good this week. Y'all literally came in the FedEx Field half-staffed. There was no way we were supposed to lose that game. I was looking at y'all, and I talk about this with the fan base all the time. I say, look, both of us are 2-2 right now. Somebody's food. Somebody's going to eat. Somebody's the predator. Somebody's the prey. Y'all were looking like food, Q. Y'all look like a delicious, scrumptious meal. I had the fork. I had my knife. I had my napkin tucked into my shirt nice and neat. I mean, I was ready. And then it's nothing worse than sitting down at the table and realizing, no, bro, you're not eating. We about to eat your ass up. And that's what happened to us. Ain't nothing worse than realizing, oh, wait a minute, I'm the prey? Well, shit, I better turn around and start hauling ass. It's too late. You caught us, and you had yourself a hell of a meal. That's disappointing. That one hurt. That one hurt.
Lou, you know what, bro? I like Whataburger, bro. Do you like Whataburger?
I'm a vegan.
Okay, Lou. Okay. All right. So
I eat burgers. I just don't eat Whataburger.
Okay, I got you. I just wanted to ask
say what you was gonna say. Say what you was gonna say. Though.
No, I'm not, because that just said you just going off of your food analogy.
Yeah.
About the prey and the predator situation. Mm-hmm. You know, it's just what it is, my brother. I'm not gonna rub it in. It's
no. I want to hear it.
No, I'm not. Lou,
I want to hear it. I got thick skin, so I want to hear it.
Lou, you said it, bro. You said it. You said that the Washington football team got
we would have prayed. Y'all would have predators. I thought I had it reversed. I had it wrong. And most of the times we are the prey. So we're used to being the prey. But in this particular, like the week before against Atlanta, we was like, look, man, we got to eat this week. The Falcons, we cannot lose to the Falcons. If we lose, shit is over. It's over right now on the spot. Season's done. We won that game. It wasn't pretty, but we won the game. Yeah. I looked at the Saints in the same manner because I knew what was coming. Chiefs and then Packers on the road. Like, you got to have this one because you lose in the next two. So you got to have this one.
Okay, I see what you said. It was a certainty.
Yes.
That
you got to have it. Not because we thought y'all were garbage. Just because we know what's coming down the horizon. Okay? You looking in the distance and you say, damn, Mahomes and company. Shit, what's after that? Oh, hell. Aaron Rodgers and the Packers in Lambeau. Well, shit, we got to get this one then. Got to have this one. Or you 2-5. Well, we 2-5 now, bro. And that is why this one was so important. And that's why I was so disappointed when we didn't get it.
Yeah, bro.
To make matters worse, again, you didn't have half your squad too. You know.
Well, I mean, that's a part of how we operate. The Saints we don't make no excuses, bro.
No team should. Yeah, right. And we had injuries too. I mean, our right tackle went down just like your guys went down. Our right tackle, Curtis Samuel played 5 snaps and he was gone. He was back injured again. Like That's part of the game. Nobody
part of the game.
want to hear about your injuries.
Right.
Nobody got injuries. So and
That's
it's
right.
It's not an excuse at all.
How you did it? Yeah. What's his name? Kasemi?
Yeah. Samuel Cosme. Yeah.
Cosme.
Yeah.
Yeah. He went down, then came back and went out.
It went down again. Yeah.
Yeah,
like 2 plays later after he came back, he went back down again, had to come out. So
yeah, so I mean, yeah, but that's what I'm saying though, Lou. I mean, it's dog, man. You got to have a dog. You have to have that dog mentality. You have to have that a certain amount of viciousness and killer instinct to be able to step on these guys and get them up out of here, man.
We don't have dogs. That's the problem. Y'all got dogs. Y'all got dogs and they like to eat. We got pups. We make a lot of noise. Ain't nobody scared though. You know, our D-line, they dogs. They bark and they bark loud and they bite. That secondary though, oh, it's a bunch of pups back there, man. Just they don't never shut up. They always making noise, but they don't never bite no damn body. Anything you want, you can have it back there. And that's what's wrong with our defense. It's the direct opposite of your defense. Your defense, the back end, be careful. You see the sign on the gate. Beware dogs. And they bite. You go back there at your own peril. You make a mistake back there. Hell, even Paulson and Debo got a pick. Look, choose your poison back there in the secondary against the Saints. I wasn't afraid of your D-line. Only guy I was worried about was Jordan. We pretty much kept him nice and quiet. Kept him intact. I wasn't really afraid of your front seven. And Granderson had a nice rush or two. But I wasn't afraid of your front seven because you're missing some dudes up there that make a difference. You know, Daniel Anyamata and guys like that. And like I told you, you know, you don't have he's always hurt any damn way. So don't Davenport. He's always hurt any damn way. But you know, not having Trey Hendrickson to offset that this year. I'm not afraid of your front seven like I used to be. You used to have dogs up front. They're all right. The back end is what scares me, and that's what ultimately got us in the game. Is that those boys were ready, you know. So that's the problem right now. Washington, we won't have dogs. We got
you hear Lou was barking a moment ago, and Lou is talking about the Washington football team, and Lou goes balls to the wall against the Washington when they don't show up and they don't represent. And I'll be doing the same. I'll be cutting up too, bro, because you know it's a standard you gotta play with. Everybody knows what good football is and what fundamentals are. And if your team is not exhibiting that, boy, it could be a hellish situation. Every week it's perpetual hell. And it's a part. It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. Like and that's why I was telling you, even if you don't believe it's the case, Lou. Stick out on the wire for him. I know you probably did that shit so much that you like, man, I did that cute. I didn't fell off a limb and broke all my body parts trying to help this football team with positive thinking. They just run you all into the sewer and tear you all up.
See, this is the difference between you and your fan base and our fan base. You've been spoiled. So you don't know what this kind of
come on.
No. You've been spoiled for the last decade plus with Drew Brees. Okay,
cut it all, Lou.
You've been spoiled. Now, if you go back to your Aints days, sure, fine. But I've been in the quarterback wilderness for 30 years, bro. 30 years. You don't know what this looks like. Yeah, we haven't had a franchise quarterback, and I don't even think he was a franchise quarterback personally, but we haven't had a franchise quarterback since Mark Rippon. That was 1992, the last time he played for the Washington football team, bro. We done went through so many quarterbacks, it's not even funny. At least 4 or 5 of the dudes that we went through probably played for your team too. It's been bad. So when I tell you that it's been bad, bro, you done been to a Super Bowl, you done won a Super Bowl, you done been to multiple NFC championship games, you done had opportunities to feel good about your team. You win the division almost every damn year. If you don't win it, you're in it late. You're playing in playoff games year in, year out. You don't know what this struggle is like. So you don't know what it's like recently. Right, if you go back,
there's not too many people that can say they had a quarterback for 15, 16 years in a row. That's an oddity.
Right. That's why you're spoiled. That's
but
what
that
I'm trying to tell you. But you don't know nothing about what this is like. You have no idea what it's like to have 4 quarterbacks start for your team in one season. You don't know what that's like. When the last time you had to do that? You can't think of it because Drew Brees been there since about 2007. And even before then, you had Aaron Brooks. Hell, he wasn't the best quarterback, but at least
but
shit,
he held it down.
He
best
held you
could.
down. He gave you something. I mean, we ain't had a damn thing in Washington. So,
but that's because Washington Snyder is not building the team correctly, bro.
Snyder's terrible.
Right, and that's the thing about that, and that's the thing that a lot of the Who Dat Nation put pressure on the Saints to get it right, and they started in the administrative level, and then they got the administrative level and all that functional again, and then they got the coach, and the coach got his personnel, and then they start building a cycle of success. Listen, it wasn't easy for Sean Payton to come in here and win for the Saints when he took it over from Haslett. I mean, he had to do several voodoo rituals. That's right, you heard me. 7 voodoo rituals, 7 mock funerals, burying the old sad-ass Saints of the past. He had to do this to bury, and had a voodoo doctor, a voodoo priestess to come into the dome on several occasions and perform a ritual. Now, whether Sean Payton believes in voodoo or anything, that's I'm gonna leave it up to the family base to do it all. He was just doing it just for a public perspective, so that they can understand we are putting away all of this losing, and we're gonna start something new, which was big because Sean Payton has something going on upstairs. He knows he's working with something. You got to be able to bury the old dead ghosts of the past, put them to rest, so you can start a new era. I think what's going on in Washington is Snyder is a bit arrogant, and he's not building the team correctly. He's got a bit of Jerry Jones in him that I don't like. But but the reality is, yeah, I know what that feel like, Lou. Not what you saying about switching all them damn quarterbacks. No. But we done dealt with some craziness down here as the Black and Gold family members. That's why we can relate to some degree of the dysfunction that Washington's going through. I mean, I've never been, you got me beat on a lot of stuff, Lou. The fact that this asshole don't even got a name for the team is really, it's just amazing to me, is that for the next several seasons, the team don't have a name. That is uncanny to me. That's uncanny. We're not spoiled. Success is something that everybody wants, baby. Everybody wants success. And if you experience success for a very long period of time, that don't make you spoiled. That means that's what you're supposed to have. That's like me saying to me that, Q, you spoiled because I like oxygen. I'm going to suck this shit up as much as I can. I'm going to breathe in big-ass nostrils. I'm going to breathe it in up all of that. Come on, Lou. We're not spoiled in the fact, but we got one Super Bowl ring, bro. Y'all got several of the Super Bowls, bro. Come on.
But that we get tired of when we have a big signing trotting out them 3 old-ass Super Bowls from 82, 87, and 91.
Damn.
That shit's old, bro.
It's still a part of the history that
it's a part of the history.
You got legacy.
But damn, don't you want to create new memories?
Yes.
You want to keep talking about the old shit? You remember the time when we were good back in 05?
You sound just like me, bro.
You don't want to keep
talking about that one
shit.
Super Bowl we got.
Don't nobody want to keep talking about that one Super Bowl. It's great. We remember those are fond memories. We cherish them. We don't ever want them to go away, but we'd like to create new ones. And unfortunately, you've had some really bad playoff losses. You know, obviously the no
Let me
call
talk to you about them losses.
Look. I would die. I would kill to have those. I would kill to be able to say we played in the NFC Championship game and got robbed. I would kill to say the Minneapolis Miracle happened to us. We're not even in the playoffs to have that happen.
Man, that is, Lou, let me tell you something, bro. That perspective is golden, bro. Because I've totally not seen that. I would have thought about that, bro, like that.
Exactly. And that's why I said you're spoiled. You may not see it that way.
Bro, we're not spoiled.
You're in it. You're in it. But I'm telling you, you guys got it so good.
But we earned it. We didn't just.
No. I'm not saying that.
We made the right steps, Lou.
So being spoiled it comes with a negative connotation a lot of times, right?
Is it positive spoil?
You can be, yeah. Because to the winners go the spoils. You ever heard that before?
Oh, also, I love that.
You love it, right? Because you earn that. You won. You get to, you're damn right. You know what though? When you work hard and you put yourself in a good position, don't you get to spoil yourself? Get to spoil your family?
Yes,
that's a good thing, right?
Right. Reward.
You guys have done it the right way. What I'm telling you is, as a fan base, you've reaped the benefits of your organization doing it the right way. You guys are spoiled. You can never understand what we're going through because our organization is so poorly run. We're not just one of the worst franchises in the NFL. We're one of the worst run franchises in sports. Okay.
Damn.
Every single year, every single month, every single week, it seems like something else is coming out. We just had another article come out today
About the
the
trainer?
organization. About the organization. Okay. No,
Not
the
the
trainer.
trainer.
No. See, that's shit. It's so many. You done lost count. You talking about some old shit, and that
Yeah.
just happened 2 weeks ago, and that's
Damn.
old already.
Wow.
Okay. So that's what I'm talking about. When you retire a legend in New Orleans, whether and you've had several of them, whether it's Deuce McAllister, whatever when y'all put a number up in the Ring of Fame or whoever y'all have back, y'all do that ahead of time. Y'all tell the fans a year in advance or 6 months in advance, hey, we retiring Deuce McAllister's number on September the 12th. Y'all come out to this game. It's going to be a fantastic time, and we're going to honor Deuce McAllister's career here in New Orleans. Sean Taylor is one of the greatest players to ever play this game.
Yeah.
Our organization. They just told us today that they're going to retire his number on Sunday. 3 days. They gave us 3 days notice that one of the greatest players, this guy has grown to mythical proportions in this organization. For a lot of fans that haven't seen winning, you know how many fans I talk to? And they say, bro, I was born in 2000. I haven't seen a win in my entire life. I don't know what winning looks like. Their favorite player is Sean Taylor. His career cut short. We all know the story. I don't need to rehash it. But so many people revere this dude. You talk. I guarantee you there's a Saints player in the secondary or a defender on the Saints that like, look, my favorite player was Sean Taylor growing up. It ain't one team or player in this league that's in the league right now that wasn't impacted by Sean Taylor. Some way, shape, or form. And you're gonna tell us 3 days before you decide you're gonna retire his number. Hey, come out to the game. We're gonna retire his number this weekend. Good job, guys. That's our organization. Okay. So when I tell you you're spoiled, you're spoiled. You don't have to deal with that. Okay. Your fan base don't have to put up with the nonsense.
We ain't gonna put up with it. Lou, we ain't putting up with that. That's what a lot of the great.
We don't have a choice. Because we already don't go to games. What we gonna do? It's not like how it used to be back in the 90s where the TV money won't like that. You had to have people come to your games where y'all could put bags on your heads and call yourselves the Aints. You could impact the guy's wallet like that. You can't do that no more. They splitting this TV revenue money. Whether you come to the games or not, bro, I'm straight.
They got me. Yeah,
I'm straight. I want your money. I don't need your money.
They did an end around on us on a lot of stuff. But you know what, Lou? I didn't know that about Sean Taylor and them doing that. But they've been getting so much bad press. Mm-hmm. That was something they was been supposed to do, and they're trying to create a positive spin to take that.
Right. Take all the negativity away, and that's bullshit, Q.
That is bull.
And we deserve better than that.
Yeah,
we deserve better than that as fans, and we put up with a lot. We suffer from Stockholm syndrome in Washington as fans, because.
But y'all was in the playoffs last year, bro. What you mean? Y'all was in the playoffs.
We were 7-9 in the worst division in NFL history. Do you want me to? I mean, I'm not gonna give it back. We were 7-9.
I'm saying, but still in all, Lou, you was the best of the
worst. Man, we already knew.
It's still an accomplishment to make the playoffs, though, right?
We were just visiting. We knew that last year. We came in. We was like, hey,
who'd y'all play?
Where we hang our coat up at? They said, hey, don't take your coat off. Don't take your hat off. Don't take your shoes off. You're not staying long. You in and out, bro. We were in and we were out. We lost to the eventual Super Bowl champions.
Oh, that's right. That's right. So did. Lou, down, bro.
Look,
Lou, if you get tired of them, bro.
I'm not going nowhere, man. That's why I said we got Stockholm syndrome, because we still love the person that's.
We love you over here at the Who That Nation, bro. You real, bro. We'll welcome you with open arms, bro.
I know you would, man. It's a lot of fan bases that say, "Hey, man, you ever get tired? We'd love to have you." I ain't going nowhere, and they know that. They know that. That's the bad part. That's why they take advantage of us the way they do, because they know
that die hard, huh? That die, yeah. That's part of it. Louie bleeds his squad's colors, man, just like I do, and we done did through it. And people that say, "Q, come over here to the Cowboys" or whoever, and I'm like, man, I'm black and gold till I'm dead and cold, baby.
That's right.
That's how I go. But look, Lou, man, listen, bro, it was fun talking to you, bro.
I appreciate you having me, man.
Man, you feel better, bro?
Look, I just needed a day to decompress. Usually, I tell them all the time, man, y'all are therapy for me. Because when the game's over, I get it off my chest right then and there. I don't have to hold it in. It usually takes the rest of that night, and I'm usually good, but rewatching it yesterday just brought it all back again, made it fresh. It was like a wound that was starting to heal. And then I just picked the scab off yesterday, and now it's just fresh again. So I'm good, though. This was like therapy all over again. So now it's starting to heal again,
Say, bro, listen, bro. Listen, man. I know how you feel about what's going on with next week. We on the bye week, so we gonna be. I guess I don't know what they gonna have on the. Well, I can watch any of them, but I'm gonna be watching. What is that? The 12 o'clock game?
Yeah, it's a 12 o'clock game. Mm-hmm.
Okay, y'all going there, or are they coming to y'all?
They coming to us. I mean, remember I told you we retiring Sean Taylor's jersey.
That's right. You sure did. So I'm gonna turn that on there and watch that one, Lou. I'm gonna be cheering for the Washington football team to beat Kansas City, man.
I appreciate you, and I'm gonna tell you
they're not gonna be, bro. They're not gonna be. I mean, that's not the championship KC team. I still say you're putting too much, giving them too much credit there, Lou.
I watched them 2 weeks ago put 42 on the Eagles. The Eagles defense is way better than ours. So I have no doubts that they can put 42 on us too.
But it's about what teams show up to play. Washington could have gotten something from the game. That's what I'm saying. It's something. Well,
let me just tell you this, Q. Have a backup game.
Oh.
Have a backup game.
Well, okay? Lou, I can't go against you. Know your squad, bro. You know your squad.
Have a backup game. Have a backup game, just so you like, hey man, let me see what Tampa Bay's playing tonight. So they not on the radar. Go have the Carolina game queued up, ready to go.
Carolina, okay,
yeah,
okay.
That's probably gonna be more what you want to pay attention to.
That's brother Rashad and brother Dave. Now, that's their squad from the PNP camp. Okay. So yeah, I guess I could be watching them on backup. I want to see what Washington football team do, man. I want Louie to get a win, man.
Well, like I said, man, bless your entire being, bro. I really do appreciate you, man. Bless your heart, your soul, and your entire aura, man. I don't see it happening.
Man, I must look, man. Give Lou a big shout out, man. Man, Lou is super cool, man. He came here. And listen, man, Lou was burnt up, man. I told Lou, I said, listen, man, if they had a gasoline can next to you the other day, bro, you would have set the whole house on fire.
Oh, man, I'd have blew the whole complex up.
Bro,
it would have been over. It would have been over out here, man.
You was lit, bro.
Yeah.
But listen, bro, but anyway, man, better fortunes and much love to you, fam, and your business, the Louie T Network.
Likewise.
And everything that you got going on, bro. Hopefully we'll see you further down the line in the playoffs, my friend. So much success to you and the Washington football team, brother.
Thank you, man. Likewise. Hopefully we do see you down the road.
Yeah, bro. Be good to see it again. Lou, tell the family members before you go, bro, your contact information and your platform information.
Yeah, so Louie T Network on just about every single social media platform. On YouTube is Louie T Network, LOUIE space TEE Network on YouTube. And I cover all 32 teams in the National Football League. So you can get your Saints content here, and you already are, obviously, because you're here. But, if you need some more Saints content, I got some over on my channel as well. I break down the draft and prospects coming into the league and all of that stuff. So I cover the entire league, as I like to say, like a blanket. And then I'm on Twitter on at Louie T Network. So if you're looking for me on Twitter, at Louie T Network. On IG, Louie T Network _ So I'm all over the place. Again, just put in Louie T Network and you'll find me. And I really do appreciate all of the support, man. And thank you for having me on your show, Q, man. I really do appreciate that.
Well, bro, appreciate you for keeping it real, my brother, and much love to you up the line, bro. And we're gonna meet up again, Lou, and have some more good discussions about football and life, bro. So much love to you, and once again, thank you, bro.
Hey, no doubt, man. Appreciate you for having me.
You the man, Lou. Keep doing your thing, bro. Keep your heads up, man. Watch Kansas City lose to the Washington football team on Sunday. And remember, I told you first.
Hey, look, if it happens, you will get all the credit in the world. You get it
now. Okay, who that nation behind me, so we willing it. All right, respect to brother Lou. All right, Lou, I'm gonna talk to you later. You be good, brother. Peace.
Same out. Take care.
All right, that's brother Louie, man. Good dude, man. Much love to brother Lou. All right, respect, man. Respect. That was fun, fam. I hope y'all enjoyed that, man. We had Louie T, man. Cool dude, man. You know, he Washington football diehard, just like we are a diehard here in the Great Saint Think Tank and Who That Nation. Good having him on that. Not delusional, not one of these people, you know, such and such stuff. Man, good dude, man. Good dude. And Great Saint Think Tank got a lot of love for him too. All right, so that was cool, man. That was cool. All right, fam. So listen, fam, I'm about to get back into the show. That was good. That was only part of the show. I'm still going to keep going on, just asking the family members if y'all enjoyed the show. Hit the like button. It's well over 100 of us in here. Hit the hell out the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. If you're not a subscriber, hit the subscribe button for the show. All right, moving forward, family. Let's go cover a few news notes and items and talk about the name of the show, which was called The Saints getting a little bump up there in the power rankings. Saints take a step forward in Week 6 NFL power rankings. We'll cover that. We'll cover some of the transactions that occurred yesterday. We covered a lot of that stuff on our Tuesday stream on Patreon. We talked about some of the moves. We'll cover a little bit of this on this side of things as well. So Saints take a step forward in Week 6 NFL power rankings, baby. All right, let's get into this. One's from Mr. Sigler. The Saints wire, a big win on the road with a shorthanded roster will do a lot to raise your profile. That's what the Saints experienced in this week's update to NFL power rankings across the league's media landscape, jumping from an average position of 16.8 last week, coming off the heels of their upset loss at home to the Giants, up to 12.8, their second best placement of the season. New Orleans is settling in as an above-average squad with reason for optimism coming out of their bye week. For the curious, here's where the Saints' average power ranking spot has clocked each week thus far. So, of course, Week 1, he clocked in at 16. Week 2, they had you up here at 8. Then you dropped down below 16. Week 4, you're just above 16. Week 5, you're underneath 16. And now you're trending upward here in week number 6. All right. And of course, he's some of the people that's saying that about the Saints. No change there. As you can see, all this takes is now we know why they parted with longtime punter Tommy Morstead. Blake Gillikin netted 52 yards on 5 punts Sunday and pinned Washington inside its 3-yard line 3 times. Savage. Touchdown wire. All right. Here's what they had to say. Jameis Winston had 4 touchdowns against Washington in a 33-22 win. That included Elvin Kamara having an electric game. He was a dual threat weapon that we've come to know, and the New Orleans Saints defense showed up too. Marshawn Lattimore had 6 passes defense, and Marshawn Lattimore was excellent, man. Showed out, did a lot of great stuff. Laddie Dad had been putting in work, man, and doing a fantastic job, man, to be honest with you, in the building, man. And he got that money, and the sky's the limit for him. Here's what NFL.com is saying. They're putting the Saints at 11, which is 8 spots higher than the previous ranking. The author's take is the Saints might be the NFL's most perplexing team through 5 weeks, but a surge of reinforcements could bring some more clarity and consistency to Sean Payton's squad. Wide receivers Michael Thomas and Traquan Smith, kicker Will Lutz, left tackle Teron Armstead, and center Eric McCoy are all eligible to return to action following the Week 6 bye. Defensive tackle David Onyemata is eligible to return for suspension following Week 7's matchup against the Seahawks. That's a long list of valued players, and it's credit to these Saints that they might manage to get to their well-timed bye above 500. No team can survive in the NFL without roster depth. The 2021 Saints just proved they have it. So that's NFL.com. Dan Hanses reminds me of Ralph Cramden, that guy. ESPN Mike Triplett says that they're 13, which he put some forward position better than what they were in the previous ranking. His take is Harris, meaning Deontay was already an all-pro return specialist and undrafted rookie in 2019, but now the Saints have been working the 5'6", 670-pound speedster more into an offense that is thin on the dynamic pass catchers. He leads the team with 236 receiving yards on 12 catches, including TDs of 72 and 55 yards. He also has been a trusted target for Jameis Winston on third downs. Harris left Sunday's game early with a hamstring injury, but now has the bye week to help him recover. NBC, the girly man, Mike Florio, says 12 ranking. He says, if they're ever going to make their move, now is the time to do it. What kind of take is that? CBS, Pete Prisco says, They have been up and down, but some of it's because of injuries. They've had head to the bye week off a nice victory as Jameis Winston came up big against Washington. Sports Illustrated says authors take Saints will start to get guys like Thomas and Onyemata back into the fold, and they can beat Geno Smith after their bye. They'll go into the showdown with Tampa on Halloween at 4-2. Now, as Albert Breer got them ranked at 12, the Bleacher Report at 14, which is 5 positions better than the previous ranking, saying that for the New Orleans Saints and quarterback Jameis Winston, Week 5 was a microcosm of the season as whole so far. It is early going. Bad Jameis was large and in charge. There was a badly thrown interception on the team's first drive and a lost fumble on the third one that landed the Saints in the 13-7 hole. However, from there, good Jameis took over, and while Winston completed 50% of his passes, he threw for 279 yards and 4 scores in a double-digit win over Washington that moved the Saints to 3-2. The win did come at the cost, though. Backup quarterback Swiss Army knife Taysom Hill was carted from the field after suffering a concussion on a scary-looking hit. If he misses any time, will be a sizable impact on the offense already short on skill position talent, not named Alvin Kamara. But fortunately, the Saints are off in Week 6 before traveling to Seattle and then hosting the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So as you can see, here's some of the rankings from several different places that's giving the Saints some credit and moving them slowly and swiftly up that power ranking. But also the biggest takeaway from the win in it is the fact that the Saints were down, and Coach Payton and Jameis Winston and his fail-safe device, so to speak, Coach Payton fail-safe device is Taysom Hill. If he needs a spark, he throws Taysom Hill in the game. He becomes a running back or whatever he needs to do. He puts Taysom Hill in there. But what's intriguing about it is when Taysom Hill was taken out of the game because of the Washington football team defensive back dirty hit on him, and he should have been ejected, and he had to cart Taysom Hill off the field. There was none of the Sean Payton's proclivity to go back to Taysom Hill. He wasn't there. He was gone. So what did that do? That forced Coach Payton and Jameis Winston to get on the same page that sealed this game and put it away. What happened? You've seen Coach Payton several different occasions getting on Jameis Winston, visually instructing him. And Jameis listening, and they not disrespectfully, but Jameis know he was in the wrong. But Coach Payton getting with Jameis, letting them know, listen, man, with such and such, whatever they were saying, he was getting them straight. And what happened? Jameis then responds, has a 4-touchdown performance. Sean Payton them get the win by double digits on the road in the Washington football team's building. So it just goes to show you that, and I've said this in the previous streams, is that's how that trust factor builds. We talked about Jameis, and a lot of that, like what Louie was saying about Jameis, is he still feels this is Tampa Bay Jameis. That's no surprise. I've been saying that. A lot of people still feel that way about Jameis Winston, saying this is still the same guy. How is that? It can't be the same guy. It's not the same guy because his life outside of football is not the same. So, of course, you're going to have some stuff that he has to break. But it's only 5 games into this thing, and Jameis Winston numbers look really good through 5 games. A lot of people are still riding down on Jameis Winston and talking shit about Jameis Winston, but maybe they should look at his statistics. The Saints they're simply not, because of Jameis is the reason why the Saints lost 2 games this season. As a complete team, the team didn't play well enough. The offensive line didn't show up for Carolina. And of course, on the back end, we had chemistry issues on the back end of that game. Had we used Taysom more as a running back and not as a quarterback, because I really do think when you go back and watch the Giants game, if you can stomach it, you can watch how Jameis had a rhythm to a point, and then you see Taysom come in and out, and then he just looked totally different, like he was in the game for the first time. And I was like, man, we've got to watch this, because this is something that could become problematic. But this is the type of game where Coach Payton couldn't go and rely on Taysom Hill. He had to stick with Jameis, and they had to figure a way how to win the contest, and they did just that. As you can see at the top of the screen right there, family, that's Jameis Winston's numbers right now through the season. 892 yards, not a lot of passing yards in this offense right now, but look at the touchdowns versus the INTs. He has 12 touchdowns. That's tied for, tied for 5th? Yeah, it's tied for 5th in the NFL. He has only 3 interceptions versus 12 touchdowns, has a QBR of almost 62%. That's good for 7th in the entire NFL. So, I mean, this is a lot of positives for Jameis Winston. And I just think a lot of people need to understand that it is going to take some time. And it's just 5 weeks into the thing. So I mean, it's and then of course when we get more and more about weapons back, we're still dealing with some stuff. But at the end of the day, the Saints are still a work in progress. And so far as Jameis learning the system, we still need to rely, like I said, on Alvin Kamara. You see Coach Payton to a degree get impatient. He wants to try to force that throw. But we got to start understanding that once we get that play action going and we start moving that ball, we'll be able to do things like that. In some games, you're going to have to rely on Jameis Winston when they stack in the box, because the secret is getting out there. They're starting to listen to us and says that the reality is they're going to start stacking the box like they did in this previous game that you've seen what they were doing, and it's going to force Jameis. They're going to try to force Jameis to beat them. And listen, that's going to prove to be an interesting thing, because Jameis, like I say, he throws that goddamn deep ball out there so well. So he's just going to have to get it together. He did miss several throws out there. The Chris Hogan one, and of course, he did put the ball to Kamara. Had he put it a little easier to him, that would have been another touchdown. So there are plays out there that Jameis did miss on, but overall, it wasn't a perfect situation. But you can see the man getting better. He ain't going down; he trending up. If you look at the statistics in this play, and we just got to keep on working when it's a patience thing, but relying on the running attack as we get some guys back, offensively speaking, will help us out as we move ahead. And we'll rest on this bye to come back against Seattle. That's a tough team anytime you're playing. It's not the same situation as Seattle with the crowd and all that, but it's still a tough place to play, and we still got to go up there and handle business. Now, just because Russell ain't there don't mean that they're going to be a pushover. We still got to go up there, and we got to watch out for DK. We got to cover DK Metcalf and Lockett and look out for their defense. So Pete Carroll's is still a very good coach. But anyway, big ups to the fam up in this thing, man, as we keep going on. Let's cover some more news and notes, and this will be the final article right here before I leave the stream here and shut the stream down. And let's look at some of the flurry of roster moves that was made the other day for the black and gold, and cover some of those as the Saints did put former Atlanta defensive back Desmond Trufant, his brother, in the street. And of course, that they put another one in the street as well. The Saints released veteran defensive back Desmond Trufant and terminated the contracts of practice squad players Derek Kelly and Wynton McManus, and reached an injury settlement with defensive back Brian Poole. This is the scoop from NOLA.com's Luke Johnson. Trufant signed with the Saints shortly before the season opener, shoring up the apparent weakness at the defensive back. But New Orleans quickly acquired Bradley Roby in a trade with Houston Texans, and rookie cornerback Paulson Adebo has played well in the starting role opposite of Laddie Daddy. And Trufant has not played a snap since week 2. Of course, they're going to get Ken Crawley back sooner or later as well. With Trufant's release, the Saints have 4 true cornerbacks on their current roster, but Ken Crawley is eligible to return off injury reserve and could add some depth to that mix. Poole signed with the club this summer, potentially to fill the same type of role as Trufant, but he suffered an injury in the training camp and has not played in the season. So also the Saints did bring back Christian Ringo after releasing him too, and that was good news to have Ringo back after the one we put him in the street for that one time. But the Saints bring Christian Ringo back into the fold, which is a positive, because I like that young defensive lineman. He can play outside, inside. He's really, really talented. So good to have him back. So like I said, fam, right now we sitting at 3-2 going into the bye week. Gonna get rested up, come back out of this thing, make a few moves here heading forward. But at the same time, I would like to be undefeated in this thing. 4-1 wouldn't be that bad if you take care of the Giants, but 3-2 is not a bad place to be. Currently speaking, I thought at this point we probably would be 4-1. So I was one win off. It should have been. But anyway, that's going to do it for the show. Listen, I appreciate y'all for chiming in up in this thing. Much love to the fam. Please feel free, if you hadn't hit the like button, hit the like button. Hit the hell out the like button as well. Please know that also you can go to the community section. I'll make sure we have posted in the description section for the link to get the Team Jameis. For all the family members, that's Team Jameis. There's a new design out for the Team Jameis gear that's on the community section of the page. Just scroll down, and it's Team Jameis gear. It's not just shirts, long sleeve shirts, whatever. It's actually gear. It's coffee mugs, all kind of stuff. It's water bottles, all kind of stuff. Sweatpants, yoga pants. It's a Team Jameis design, and it's a whole little style that we got. It's at the pro shop. It's in the community section. That is out also for our Pelican post game people. You can go up there to the community section on the Pelican post game report as the new Pel gear. So we got 2 new designs for the Pelican gear that's out. Get the flock out of here and go flock yourselves. for our Pelican people. There's a new shirt for that. So we got that at that store as well. All right, let me go over a couple of comments before I peer out from the family members. Reginald says, told you, Q, that Jameis was ready to take the reins. He's still a work in progress. Keep running the ball like Osipo, good back. D-Shining, like Osipo? D-Shining, who that? Okay, I got you. Reginald, thank you. Osipo. I don't know what you mean. Osipo. Or Zigbo. Or Devon Zigbo. I got you. Swagged out entertainment. All right. He says if you coach dance and all the videos come to the same. That's what that old Suge Knight told him back in the day. I remember that. All right. Yep. All right. So much love to the fam, man. I appreciate y'all in this piece. Mocha says, what's up? Mocha says the boy Lattimore is locking down, ain't playing this year. He's on that all-pro level. He got the bread and he's stepping it up. Bottom line, man, he got the bread. And that's some of the family members were saying, man, Lattimore's garbage. My dog, each one teach one. I got to give each one teach one. The biggest Lattimore critic that I've ever come across was each one. And each one was in this show last Friday. And each one apologized and said he had to give credit to Lattimore. And I was surprised by that. I almost fell off my chair hearing him say that. He apologized. Like, what the hell am I listening to here? But each one been surprising me, man. He been agreeing with James, and now he said that, man, that goes to show you, man, that's big to admit, that when you're wrong. All right, DLP, what's up, fam? Said, Q, Saints are dead last pressure. That makes sense when Dennis Allen refuses the blitz and lack of it. Yeah, I know, bro. Dennis Allen is the last several games. Dennis Allen has been pretty much he turned it into Gary Gibbs. He turned into Spagnola or somebody. It's just like, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just get pressure with my front four. And occasionally, every now and again, I'm going to shoot a blitzer, whether it's a linebacker or a defensive back in there. Every now and again, I'm going to take my shots. He got a lot of confidence in the front four. And what he's doing is he's putting everybody in the coverage to make it difficult to throw the ball upfield. And, and some of, like, you look at Cam is getting doubled and chipped. You look at other guys that got to get off. Greg, you're looking at guys like Granderson. They've got to get off. Peyton Turner, when he's healthy, he's got to get in there and make plays. And also the Saints, when they lacking pass rushers, and you don't see a lot of Zach Bowen. Zach Bowen should be put in there as a situational pass rusher. I've been saying that for several weeks now. I hope they listening and go ahead on and do that, because they be listening to every damn thing else we be telling them. Like when we be calling the games with the running attack, and I kept telling them the last game. When did I tell them the game before the last game? Why you ain't using the fullback, Coach Payton? Put that damn fullback and let him. You ain't never seen him use the fullback as much as you seen him use it in this last game here. I mean, that fullback was in there several times in the matchup, leading blocks for Elvin Kamara, opening up stuff. I keep telling people about the power of spoken word. That's a real thing. People be underestimating the shit that be coming out of their mouth. That's why I say you speak wealth and success upon yourself, not death and destitute. Words are energy. Word is power. It's power, man. For real, spoken word is power. Even our people in the scriptures know that. What was the first thing in the book of Genesis God did? Did he did this and said the lights came on? No, he said, let there be this, let there be, spoken into existence. That's a gift that you have. And I'm not getting biblical with your ass. What I'm saying is that it's spoken words a real thing. It's a power. It really is. And that's why I say with the black and gold, you speak it, you never know who listening to you, man. This goes out all across the planet, man. Anybody that's a Saints person can turn this on and listen to this and hear what we saying up in here. It's not in it. No matter who you are or where you are, it'll find its way to the right person. It will. So that's my take on that. But yeah, just keep on talking, family. Keep talking it up in a positive manner. That's why I say it's going to happen. That's why I'm really saying that about Louie with his football. With Washington, you never know. You can't say they ain't playing like gangbusters right now. They're very vulnerable. Hell, Washington go up there, they can go in there and get their ass kicked. You never know. It's any given Sunday, anything could happen. Who thought the Giants was going to come up into the Saints building and beat them? And the Saints, if you coming up in there, if I told you before you turned the game on that the Saints would be up by 10 points in the fourth quarter with the New York Giants in their own building, being there for the first time, and Nick and the Saints was going to win, you'd say, "Oh yeah, we got that." But then when that game was over with, they sitting up there with the win. How did that go wrong? Because any given Sunday, you never know how teams are going to react on the football field. The best ones do come and bring it every game because they understand the concept. If you don't show up, somebody else do. They're going to win the contest. They understand that, and the best are consistent. The best are consistent. The best are persistent. Regardless of what they're going through, it's a certain level of consistency and persistency you need to be successful in any endeavor. The black and gold understand this like most. This season alone, they got to iron out the wrinkles, and hopefully we get a lot of this figured out in the bye week heading into the rest of the season, because the Saints could reel off a series of wins, man. They really could. They really could. We got a lot of football left, man. A lot of football left to be played. So I'm really happy and enthused about that. All right, Kai said, what's up, Kai? With the majority of our players coming back, especially on the offensive side, look for our offense to turn it up. I'm not Coach Sean going to dial up some plays. Famous James going to cut up. Thank you, Kai. Appreciate you, bro. All right. Yep. And Ken Ross said, I think it's allegory for positive to create positive outcomes. That's exactly. And Ken Ross, who that to you? Ken Ross said it really smartly, and I agree. That's 100% true, Ken Ross. That's absolutely true. That's true. But yeah, DLP, we got to dial up the blitz a lot more. But I think Dennis Allen dialed into his Spagnola, not Saint Spagnola, but Giant Spagnola. And of course, we don't have the Giants front four that they had when they can just all they needed was four guys to send at you, and everybody else in coverage. That people don't understand. That's the defense that everybody would like to have. If they can just get pressure with four guys, because 4 beats 5, and then everybody just sits back and pass rush, cover up those lanes. That's the recipe for many wins. So the Saints did themselves a great service by going out and get athletic defensive ends that are really causing problems. Look at big old Passanio. Passanio right now, family, I don't know if y'all know this, but he leads the team in sacks right now. Well, he only has 2, but that's good enough for the team leading sacks through the bye week. Passanio, big athletic guy. He's 6'7". He bats balls down at the line of scrimmage. He's a hell spawn inside and out. He plays the run and pass really well, and we got him for a steal. Passanio cutting up. And then there's several undrafted guys that really showed up, including Kristen Ringo, Malcolm Roach, so on and so forth. So we've been fortunate, but at term is the end. And Granderson is not getting as much pressure I would like him to get, and then, of course, Peyton Turner had some issues, but we need to see what he can do. And, of course, like I said, I still would like to see Zach Bourne get in there because I don't think Zach Bourne's going to see the field the way Pete Werner's playing. Pete Werner is basically occupying that spot. Pete Werner ain't going nowhere. The only way Zach Bourne going to see that linebacker position again is if Pete Werner have an injury, God forbid. But Pete Werner has took that linebacker position. He looked like, he looks real comfortable next to Demario Davis. Real comfortable. That kid had double-digit sacks again this past game. He's 3rd on the team through the bye with the tackles. He's behind 10. I think he's 10 back of Malcolm Jenkins. Demario first, Malcolm Jenkins, and then it's this kid here, Werner out there. Pete Werner is 3rd, and then 4th. Guess who it is? Paulson Adebo. So the young guys are stepping up and they're performing and having a really good time in their playing, and the young guys are contributing in a major factor. That is a real positive thing to talk about with the Saints defense, is that Pete Werner is stepping up and he having a really great job in there playing next to Demario Davis. I mean, let me tell you, he looks good. So I know if Werner's there and he's healthy, there's no way Bourne is going to see the field. Dennis Allen loves how he's playing. So the only way you can get Bourne on the field is if you use him as the opposite linebacker, or perhaps we use him as a pass rush. Remember, he was gifted doing that when he was at Wisconsin, getting around there. So we need to kind of equate him, move him in there, and give him an opportunity to rush that passer. I mean, let's see what he can do anyway. And of course, yeah, like the fam Trey saying, Quan coming back. So yeah, if Quan said, well, that's an interesting dilemma to have. If Quan comes back, what do you do with Werner? Well, hell, I mean, we got Werner for years. We got Quan here. Remember, we got Quan here for 1 year. We got Werner here 4 years. So I think if when Quine does come back healthy, of course they're gonna move Quine back into that position. That's his job. He lost it due to injury. So I mean, he'll come back and play. And if there's an issue, then you'll see Pete Werner out there. But Pete Werner looks terrific. Paulson Adebo. Look at it like this too. We got some really intriguing questions to deal with on the defensive side of the ball. Number one, Pete Werner, when Quine comes back, that's a good problem to have because Pete Werner's playing really well right now. Quine comes back, of course, and he's healthy and he's approved to play. Of course, he steps in there and starts over Werner. Werner will go back, but Werner time will come. And then there's also Paulson Adebo, what he's doing by keeping Bradley Roby suppressed on the depth chart. Man, I tell you, man, that is phenomenal to me. The way Paulson Adebo, and we said that. I said, once Paulson Adebo gets the call to be the starting cornerback, he's never going to let that position go. He playing so well, he keeping Bradley Roby, who the Saints gave up draft capital to secure, keeping him on the bench. That's amazing to me. And he's not no nickelback. That's Chauncey's job. So he's a dime back right now. Oh, my goodness. Do they ever get to a point where Bradley Roby takes the field and Paulson Adebo goes into the depth chart? I don't know. The way Paulson Adebo is playing, it's a nice thing to have, to be honest with you. We'll see. All right. And Kai says this. He says, y'all think Cam losing his mojo a little bit. Don't get me wrong. He's still aggressive on the line, but don't see too many QB pressures. I'm not sure he don't have no sacks. We covered that on the TSC Q&A live on Patreon if y'all interested in that and all that. We got a bunch of shows on there for lot content. If you're a YouTube member, you can access it through the community section. Just sign up to our YouTube, become a member of the platform through YouTube, and you can access all of that lot content via the community section. For Patreon, you can access that plus the On Q with Big Q show, which we drop a lot of bombshell news on there. We'll be covering some stuff, some more stuff on with Kyrie Irving talking about. We'll be covering some stuff on Kareem Abdul-Jabbar when he came out. We're going to be talking about some of that and going to be putting some stuff to it. But anyway, it's intriguing and interesting at the same time to understand how good the young guys that we have on the team are at this point when we need them. So the Saints defense, we really haven't seen the best of that defense yet. So many people yet to come back on that defense, man. Really, truly. And I really don't think we definitely haven't seen the best of the offense yet either, as they still ironing out these wrinkles. But think about it like this, another 5 to 6, 7 weeks into the season. That's a lot of time, a lot of hot rounds and a lot of quarters of football played to learn to be able to get this stuff going. And I'm just really intrigued, excited to see what the team looks like five games into the season. You see what I'm saying? At least another 5 or 7 games into the season to say where the Saints are at. So it'll be really intriguing to see our development as we gain and get some of our more impactful players back into the team. And then, of course, our role players who reap the rewards of having that extra, time because of the stars were out or our starters were gone. That empowers the team even further. And it just helps out in so many levels, man. So it's blessings and curses to this thing, man. And the blessings is a lot of our young people is getting valuable time right now. So with that said, we're going to go on that. Tro says, Big Q, do you see Demario Davis, Quine, and Werner on the field at the same time? When the Saints do run the 4-3 look, they very seldom use that 4-3 situation. The majority of the time, they're in the modified nickel look. But when they see the 4-3, usually it's Demario. What is it? Demario. You might have Werner, and then you'll have Caden Ellis. So they'll have Caden Ellis out there. But you could definitely have a look if it's a 4-3 to have Quine and Werner, because Quine could play. He could play inside and out. He's an inside outside dude. He could play. I mean, like I said, Quine Alexander is just a safety. He's a big safety. He's 6'2", 220 pounds. I want to say he's not but a big safety. That's why he covers so well. His game is speed. He's a fast, hard-hitting, smart linebacker. I wouldn't be upset if I was to see a line, but usually the 4-3 look the Saints currently use. If Quine was healthy, you would probably see Quine, Demario Davis, Quine, or Caden Ellis. But I wouldn't be surprised if I would see Werner out there at the same time, because really, when I was looking at Werner had some coverage ability, but you seen him get exposed in a few games last year when he played for Ohio State. But listen, this kid here he makes up for a lot of some of the athleticism issues that he might lack a degree by being intelligent. It's hard to fool him because his eyes is always looking around. He's always looking. He's a really intelligent linebacker. And the thing is, and I think I said this about him last when we scouted, when we scouted Werner, is that I called it he has great anticipatory skill, which means he can anticipate exactly what's going on. Like if a team running misdirection, he won't get fooled by that misdirection. He will sniff out where the ball is. And then not only that, but he will stick his helmet in on the play, even to reckless abandon. Like he'll throw himself into the play to disrupt it. Like, it's just like I've seen him do that at Ohio State. Like he's really intelligent, high football IQ that Pete Werner exhibits. And you could tell, and to a degree, he ain't the fastest guy out there, but he kind of neutralizes that a bit by knowing where to be, knowing what's going on. And if you can fill out the plan, you know where it is, and you see what you're seeing, then you know how to position yourself to have the best success on the field. You know where the ball is going. So that's why he has great anticipatory skills. He really do. It's going to be a bright career for Pete Werner. He just got to stay healthy, man. He just got to stay healthy. All right. Oh yeah. Sean said, yeah, he can sniff the ball. Yeah, I know. He's awesome, man. Nolans, what's up, bro? Says, Big Q, what do you think about all the mess up with John? Yeah, bro. Listen, it's just what it is, bro. Gruden, man, Gruden just that for number one, he said some messed up shit, no doubt about it. He said some messed up shit. And that was what 2011 email that he said. And then of course people gonna say, well, he could have felt differently about it. That was 2011. How much shit you felt bad about 10 years ago, whatever the case might be, that you might have changed your mind. So you getting banged up for some shit that happened 10 years ago. And then it was a leak of a personal message. That's a violation of such. People gonna ride on that. But the reality is that what kind of world you living in? You living in a world where, people might feel some kind of way about something, but deep down in their heart, they feel another way. And see, that's the problem, man, with a lot of people. Sometimes you can voice your opinion, however you feel or what you see. But this man works with, and he's a coach. He's a head football coach of not only white players, but black players, Spanish players, Asian players, whatever. That's very, and when people find out that listen to you and got life lessons from you, and they find out that you're talking like that, man, that's hurtful, man. That's hurtful on many levels. That's why a lot of people was upset with Drew Brees when all that stuff went on. When he said what he said, a lot of people felt hurted about that. They felt hurt about it. And like, well, he was speaking his mind. Yeah, this is America. Yeah, you can speak your mind. Well, that's vastly changing, but still in all, he said that stuff, but he didn't understand. Listen, even if you felt like that 1,000%, remember what you're saying, it could piss off some people. And more in particular, not me or you worrying about me, but maybe your teammates who share lockers with you. If you feel like that, they're going to be looking at you on the slant and you the quarterback, So, I mean, you got to be mindful of that. Even though you might feel that way, I mean, you got to understand who you impact and the people around you, because people is looking for you for guidance and life lessons. Look what Louis Riddick said about him. Louis Riddick said, man, I played underneath this guy, all this kind of stuff. I had a lot of reverence for him, but hear him say that kind of stuff, that was really hurtful. So, I mean, like I said, man, some people are just, some people get it, some people don't. It just depends on what spectrum you're coming from. But man, if you're a head coach or a leader of people and you come out talking like that about people, man, that'll hurt the hell out of people, especially the type of stuff people saying like, man, that's some jacked up stuff. I thought you was all right. But I don't feel that way no more. That was 10 years ago. I don't feel that way no more. And it's a part of it, man. And people could say cancel this, cancel culture. Me personally, I think the cancel culture ran by the government. I'm just being honest with you. Just keep it real. I mean, nothing happened to their people when they do it. I mean, you go back 20 years and find something some of these bureaucrats said, and you could take them and throw them into the street, but it ain't happening to them. So, I mean, the top ones, not the little piddling ones. But I think John Gruden getting what he deserved, bro, at this point. He really is. It's them people under them, man. If I was a player under John Gruden and I had seen that kind of stuff, I would be upset. I really would. I don't give a rat's ass about John Gruden, so it don't impact me one way or the other. I don't give a rat's ass about John Gruden. I only make fun of him with that look, but at the end of the day, man, it was some hurtful shit up in there, and he got a lot of explaining to do. And he just started explaining. He said, "I'm gonna just run off into the sunset." Well, that's a good thing. Take your millions, $100 million and go run off into the sunset. chicken shit. Just apologize to the people. Come clean and stand and bask in the light, man. Come on. Don't be chicken shit. Man, they wasn't supposed to release that. It don't make a difference did you say it or not. Yeah, well, yeah, I did say it. All right. Didn't you have black players that you coached? Yeah. Well, you really feel listen. I used to feel like that 10 years ago, but I changed my mind about 5 years ago. You know, regardless, man. Oh my goodness, man. Oh my goodness. Oh man. I mean, it's crazy, man. Yeah, well, bro, you know, it is distractionary at some point too. But like I said, man, if he said it, man, and it's your stuff, and whether it was 5 or 10 or 20 years ago, if you said it, just come clean and go and deal with it, man. Just come clean and deal with it. Yeah, just apologize to the people and stand in the light, man. Because you know that's all you can do. You just go. You know, if you said something that you oughtn't supposed to say, go stand in the light, man, and apologize to the people. And if some people gonna forgive you, some people aren't. But if you made a heartfelt apology to the people and you standing there and you doing better and you making good gestures, and many times a lot of people will accept you. Some people won't, or some will. It's just how it is. But it don't get better unless you stand in the light and apologize for it. I used to feel that way 5 years ago, but I don't feel that way. Whatever, man. If you said it, bro, stand in the light, man. That's all I'm saying, man. It's just crazy, man. It's crazy. You'd be surprised with a lot of these top guys way up in the top be thinking, man. I'm telling you, it's crazy. Haven says, yeah, I'm white. Yeah, I'm a Trump supporter. So I already have some people going to think I'm racist. But if there's one thing I hate, absolutely despise racism, a pity for who thinks of a lower person just because the pigment of their skin. Well said, Haven. Well said. And listen, fam, that's true. That is true. You know, I keep it real with you, fam. We got people of all ethnicities, races, and religions that listen to the Sports Coma that's members of the Who Dat Nation. It doesn't matter what color you are, where you come from. If you're a member of the Who Dat Nation, we're going to love you the same. That's how I go. Like if you're a black and gold person, no matter if you're from Spain or from Brooklyn or from New Orleans or from wherever you are, if you're a black and gold person, and we in here watching the game, we're going to have fun. We're going to be who it at. And if you go to the Superdome, and I've been on so many games, but you go to the Superdome and then you up in there, man. I remember I was in the Superdome watching games and people I don't even know that was behind me. When I'm in there cheering and who that, people I don't even know buying your beer. Hey, man, hey, buddy, you want a beer? Yeah, man, they celebrate with you. They're high-fiving each other. It's like, yeah, man, that's the beauty of sports. Sports bring people, it just shatters the boundaries and bring people together, and we celebrate in the team success or the non-successes of the team together. And I just say it's a magic. That's why I love sports a lot, because it's a magic in sports that break down a lot of the barriers that are built up to separate and divide the people. But yeah, man, you'll still every now and again you'll get people that believe and talk like that, man. That's in there, and be like, "Damn, bro, damn, for real, bro, for real." And you wouldn't have had a lot of successes that you had without the people you talking shit about. Did you factor that into your thinking, Mr. Gruden, when you was talking all that shit? Oh no, well, you know, you see, hey, you know, I mean, were you just coaching just white players? Or did you have black players? Well, yeah. Yeah, I had black players. All right, well, if that's the case, how you can talk like this, man, about people? You can't do that, man. That's reckless, man. All right. No, I'm not, Kai. That'll be tomorrow, bro. That'll be tomorrow. We'll cover all that, bro. We have a Pelican stream tomorrow, my friend. Thanks for asking, bro. DC was talking to me about that today. You want to do a Pelican? I was like, not tonight, bro. We'll do one tomorrow for the fan, because tomorrow's Friday. That's when we usually do it. What's up, Tragic? Big ups to you, fam. All right. Haven says just about, I'm not even a Republican. I vote for whatever I think is better, no party. I'm a libertarian. Okay. I'm worried about the government than fighting the other party I don't want. Yeah. Another civil war. Well, I mean, listen, if you know your history, you probably won't have to worry about that. People have to remember the history. That's all I do. I remind people of the history, because if they got somebody out there that teach you, oh, just forget all that stuff. Now, listen, man. We a little bit more complicated and we a little bit more not complicated. We more sophisticated than that. And we don't get the credit. A lot of the family members don't get the credit but being able to be critical thinking. That's why I promote critical thinking in the Saints realm, because I don't like fanatical thinking. I'm not a fan-minded person. I think that if my paradigm, like in the sports world, like just from the Who Dat Nation standpoint, if we got enough Who Dats, if we got enough Who Dats together, you know, and not just that, and we use the Who Dat Nation as an example, we could turn a lot of things different insofar as how the issuance of currency goes out to these football teams. You know, we could change a lot of these deals where they're just getting everything that they want. They're getting all of the money. I know I fixate on that from time to time because I can't believe that's actually a thing. It got to think, you got to fixate it on some part. I mean, the goddamn owner of the team, the richest person in the state, how you get that rich unless you making the supreme cake, baby, you ain't kicking out too much on that thing, you know? But see, we know, you know, they know the loopholes. In order to get to some of the loopholes, you have to be financially tall enough to be able to get to certain things, perhaps, I want to say. But the reality is sooner or later you'll get there too. But the power's already with the people, man. But it's just it's just bad thinking. You know, John Gruden thinking like that and talking stuff like that. And you have black people that was a part of your success, just like white people or whoever you was coaching. You had a lot of success for what you had going on as a football coach at whatever level you was at, and you was coaching people of all groups, all walks of life. How you thinking like that? I don't know, fam. I can't think on it, bro. I can't make no sense of it. It's just what it is, fam. I don't know. All right, let's see. Slim said one good thing about a bye week, our blood pressure. Yeah, what's up, Clint? Who that tell you? Yeah, them blood pressure pills. I was asking if y'all got your blood pressure pills together, because we gonna need it. Tragic says, Big Q, did you know that the handshake coordinator played one snap in the Giants game? No, I didn't know that. When Daniel Jones looked like a Pro Bowl out there. All right, so there you go, Tragic. Here go Tragic. Here go Tragic. Trying to get that old handshake coordinator some credit. There goes, see, Tragic, bro. We done gave the handshake coordinator credit. See, that's why you can't say why you ain't come up here talking about Q, why you ain't get a handshake coordinator no credit. You can't tell me I ain't giving that old handshake coordinator some credit. I gave him credit over the last a few weeks. PJ Williams playing well. He got 2 interceptions. He playing right. PJ Williams is doing his thing. But remember, I also said, Tragic, is that a lot of our defensive backs that have been here on this team will have an uptick in their play because of Coach Richard, the new secondary coach, and his moment. He's a motivator. That's a big part about having a coach that know X's and O's and schematics, but is also a person that's good at talking to people. But he's also a motivator, and he has all of these guys playing really well. PJ Crawley was looking really good. Look how he got with Paulson Adebo playing really good. Milady Daddy looking like a lockdown cornerback. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson is doing his thing. Marcus Williams has got a little bit better there. Jenkins is second on the team with tackle. So a lot of the DBs that you see in the secondary are having a across the board incremental increase in their play. And I'm thinking that in a large part, not just because of them, but Coach Richard's implementation of his new mindset on that defensive backfield. That's what I'm looking at here. But yes, I do give PJ Williams, that old handshake coordinator, credit. So, you know, there you go. Okay. There you go. All right. And the forced fumble. All right. Thank you, Tragic. Oh, all right, Tragic. Okay, there you go, Tragic. All right, I got you, bro. I got you. Raymond, what's up, bro? Said the Saints gonna have that whole team back and healthy. We're gonna make a good run. All right, thank you, Raymond. Who that to you, brother? Appreciate you. All right, Tori said handshake coordinator got 2 picks because the balls were thrown straight to him. PJ backpedaled into one of the picks, the last pick against the Washington football team, but still give him credit because he caught it. He could have dropped it. So, I mean, I got to give it to PJ. PJ is he playing good, but a lot of them are looking good. A lot of them are looking good in the secondary. You know what I'm saying? Jasper, what's up, fam? Say, how can our punter not get special team player of the week? Well, it don't surprise me, bro, about them. He should have been. He was named. Coach Payton and all of them who watched the game realized how instrumental, Blake Gillikin was to the success of the Saints in that matchup. Louie came on here and spoke about Gillikin, and the fact that he was literally out punting them in situations, and he was punting past the coverage. To be honest with you, he was out punting their coverage. He was, and there's nothing you can do about that. When a punter's kicking that well, there's nothing you can do about that. And then having Washington several times having short fields, and the Saints defense pinning their ears back and making plays and frustrating this guy, and he can't march the ball, and all this kind of stuff. So Blake Gillikin really, really did a special job for the Saints against Washington. He was stellar. And I got to give credit to a lot of our young players that was in that game. They didn't have Blake Gillikin size contributions, but they were special. Paulson Adebo had a pick in the game. He played well. He had a lot of tackles in the matchup. Big ups to Paulson. Also, big ups to guys like who else I want to thank? Adam Troutman, who had 2 catches to extend drives for the black and gold. Big ups to him. Big ups to other players that played well in the matchup, like our linebacker Pete Werner, who had double-digit tackles in the matchup against the Washington football team. So not only are the veterans kicking in, but a lot of our young personnel is stepping up and having impacts on the game in a positive fashion. But Blake Gillikin should have been the special teams player of the week, no doubt about it. It's just another case of us getting it's another case of us getting I guess you could say another case of us getting looked over. But what else is new? All right, fam. So with that being said, man, I'm going to end the stream on that note. Much love to y'all. I appreciate y'all. If y'all want to support the stream, please feel free to go to our Patreon, patreon.com/Pro Media Network, patreon.com/Pro Media Network, patreon.com/Pro Media Network, and join up for us. Also, you can become a YouTube member as well. And if you want to help out the stream, you can go there. We just have the new Team Jameis design that's up on the Pro Shop. You go to the community section for the link to get the new Team Jameis gear. That's right, Team Jameis gear. A lot of people are starting to buy in on Team Jameis. A lot of us was already Team Jameis already. So if you want to get you some gear with Team Jameis to show some support for our quarterback, Jameis Winston. That's right, our quarterback, Jameis Winston. He won the competition. Our quarterback, Jameis Winston. Feel free to go to the community section of the page or go to the Pro Shop and look up. You'll see that Team Jameis gear. Coffee mugs, water cups, wall art, yoga pants, shirts, sweaters, long sleeve, whatever, all of that. Dozens of gear that's up there as well. So with that being said, I appreciate you guys for chiming in. Much love to you guys for being here as well. And like I said, please feel free to hit upon the like button, hit the subscribe button if you're not a subscriber, and feel free to share the show's link on your social media feed. Much love to you guys, and I'll see you later on our Friday stream. Who that?
Yeah. Well, all right. Like you always say, welcome. Number one sports talking D. We ain't like the Falcons. We won't blow the lead. Look, all we talk is who that? Who got cut and who back? Rookies and the vets. Players you should look at. It's the sports coma. You don't wanna miss it. Got the pre-game party, post-game statistics. Get a visit from Sway. Maybe DC or 5. It's the hottest thing smoking. Big Q and the guys. Go to YouTube Live. Make sure you subscribe. Interviews inside the Saints locker room high. Talk to Drew, Jordan, Zach, Peyton, New Orleans, who that nation. Best believe when I say we bleed gold and black. Ain't a miracle or rivalry could ever hold us back. No, Beastquake, Bounty Gate, let the truth be told. It's the sports coma, all we know is Saints Super Bowl. Yeah.
You're listening to the Sports Coma with Big Q and the guys on the PRO Media Network.
TheWhoThatDaily.com. That's right, TheWhoThatDaily.com. Your one-stop shop for everything New Orleans Saints, New Orleans Pelicans, LSU Tigers, even the top flight boxing. So if you're a Who Dat and you're looking for a place to stay up on your team, WhoDatDaily.com is your site. The WhoDatDaily.com for the sport Who Dat.